It's the Morgan Evans More or Less Pickleball podcast coming at you in 3, 2, 1, boom. My guest today is a remarkable guy. He's a fantastic coach and he's a great player. But that's not what makes him remarkable. He does something that very few 19-year-olds can do, and that's give young people a good name. He's the product of great parenting, no doubt. The descendant of none other than Mr. Terry Nemoff, arguably the best hugger in pickleball. So we're going to talk about life, love, pickleball, and the secret to great hair. Oh, and we'll have a surprise guest appearance from my mate Simon from Sydney. Please welcome Caden Nemoff. So, how you doing, man? What's going on in your world?
Oh, it's been kind of crazy the last couple of months. Can't complain. I'm healthy, family's healthy, and that's all I can really ask for right about now.
Yeah, no, it's a strange time to be alive. Do you get a sense that kind of this virus is not really going after your particular demographic and therefore you're relatively safe, or are you kind of in the same boat as everybody?
I know my body could handle the virus. I'm not necessarily worried about the virus for myself. I'm worried about bringing it home to my family. As you know, my dad's 63, my mom's in her 50s. I also have a grandma, so I'm just trying to be cautious. I don't want to bring anything home to them. I wouldn't be able to live with myself if I knew I gave anything to them. So
yeah,
I'm being cautious.
For sure. So, speaking of your dad, he's recognized worldwide as one of the great huggers of the pickleball game. Has it affected his ability to hug people, with social distancing and whatnot?
It has. I see it take a toll on him every day, and just not being able to hug everyone. Even now, he'll give me hugs, and I'm like, whoa. Coronavirus.
Yeah, easy, Tiger. Jeez.
And he gives me the whole, oh yeah, you're my son. I'm like, I know, but he's a hugger at heart, and it's this whole coronavirus is breaking him down.
Well, hopefully it won't be too long before he can, really get back out there and just start picking strangers and wrap his arms around. Why not?
I think he's really sad about Newport Beach because he was going to go down there with me, but now he's not. So he's incredibly upset that he doesn't get to hug the whole world anymore.
Maybe there can be a separate Zoom app for, maybe an augmented reality hug. It's not going to be the same though, is it?
It's not. Handshakes just don't do it for him.
Did you inherit this whole thing? I noticed you're kind of more, hey, how you doing, as opposed to wrap it around.
Yeah, it definitely depends. I like to read the type of people that I'm going after. If they seem very huggable, I'll give them the hug. If they're not as open quite yet, I'll give them the handshake and we'll work towards the hug. But I have to say, I do love me a good hug.
Good man. You're a lover, not a fighter.
Exactly.
Now, how long have you been playing this crazy game of pickleball?
Oh, man, I've been playing probably 4 years now.
Oh, you're a veteran.
You could call me that. I'm not a rookie anymore.
Good. And your dad got you into it. Is that right?
Oh yeah, he was begging me for months, and at the time I was playing a lot of baseball, so I wasn't really looking for any other sports to play just because I was so focused on baseball. But he eventually got me out there. I never thought in my entire life I would be telling people that I played pickleball, but here I am. So it's one of those things where I would have never expected it, but I'm extremely thankful, and I'm so lucky to have this sport, and it's actually kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, everybody sort of still has that sensation. You got to pinch yourself and remind yourself how lucky you are that pickleball wandered into our lives.
Right.
How long did it take before you could beat your old man at well, I don't know if you play singles, but you get a sense when you're better than someone.
Oh, that's a good question. Well, you know what? He had a tennis background, so he he was able to pick up the sport pretty quickly, and also he did have like a 4-month head start on me.
Mm.
But I would say it probably took me, I would say maybe 8 months to really understand the game and kind of change my like lead foot of, just trying to hit the ball hard every time. And once I kind of got the grasp and feeling of like, okay, I actually need to like control the ball and place the ball where I want to put it and not just hit the ball hard every time, I did kind of have a small little edge over my dad just because I am kind of athletic and also I'm 40 years younger. So
That does
I
help.
was able to get over that hump pretty quickly.
Oh, we're going to hold it just there, but geez, even that first section just had it all, didn't it? Here's a quick word from our sponsor.
Practice makes perfect, right? My name is Morgan Evans, and I have to tell you that practice doesn't make perfect. Perfect practice makes progress. That's why we've created Coach Me Pickleball. At Coach Me Pickleball, you'll find an extensive and growing library of lessons on topics covering every aspect of pickleball for every level of player. For one small monthly fee, you'll get access to every video in our library, with new content added every month. Check out CoachMePickleball.com to sign up for a free 7-day membership.
Okay, now don't all sign up at once, okay? We don't want to break the internet. It's under a lot of stress these days. All right, let's head back over to Caden. Coach Caden, you've gotten into teaching, I hear.
I have, yeah. It's been fun. I've been teaching all over the Bay Area, mostly NorCal, in San Francisco, Cupertino, Sunnyvale, Palo Alto, Los Altos. It's been a ton of fun.
Wow.
Doing clinics, private lessons, all that good stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean, I think there's obviously the kind of player that typically plays this game is still sort of 50, often 60 plus, that kind of demographic. And you're 19 now, it's fair to say that there's going to be some people out there that are going to be a little reluctant to start with taking lessons from someone, possibly 50 years younger than them. So I feel like, I mean, have you had any of that, or has it all been pretty smooth sailing? And would you like to do some role playing?
It's really funny you say that because I swear 3 days ago, I got an email. It was an email actually supposed to be sent to my dad, but he sent it to me by accident.
Ooh.
And he was like, "Oh, hey, Terry, I heard your name as a coach, and I wanted to hopefully get a lesson or two." And so I messaged him back. I said, "Oh, this is Terry's son. I'm Caden. I also play and teach the sport." And he was asking me, how much my dad charged. And I wasn't really quite sure what my dad charges because I think our rates are just a little bit different. And next thing you know, he sent me this long email of everything he needed work on. And I was like, wow, like, okay, this guy's going into really descriptive detail. Like, this is kind of nice,
Wow.
So I messaged him back. I was like, hey, that's a great list. Like, I already have some things we could work on in your first lesson and stuff like that. And he just goes, okay, great. Could you have your dad email me and give me a call? And I was just like, oh,
Ooh.
okay. So I just gave him my dad's number. And next, he called my dad and he was like, yeah, so your son is how old? And my dad was like, oh, he's 19, but he's really good. He was like, oh, okay. Yeah, so when are you free?
Oh.
So, I mean, I don't take it personally. Obviously, some people just, are kind of weary of learning from someone that isn't even close to their age. But it's all about preference. I respect it.
Fair enough. So, I mean, to help you out with this, how do you feel about a little bit of role playing, so you can have some ammunition to come back against some of these people that might not take you too seriously? I've got a friend from Sydney on the line, and he's an elderly gentleman.
Right.
And I think it'd be good to just bounce some stuff off, see if you can sell him on the idea that you are the coach for him. What do you reckon?
Okay.
All right. Let us see if I'll just check, make sure he's still on. Okay. All right, here he is.
Hello, is that Caden?
Yes, this is he.
Nice to meet you, Caden. My name is Simon. I've just started picking up pickleball, and I've heard that you're quite good. Do you think you could teach me?
Absolutely. Simon, what are some of the biggest things that you feel like you have problems with in your game?
Well, the biggest thing is the paddle is just so heavy. I don't quite know. Is 6 ounces a very heavy paddle, or is that quite light?
Well, typically 6 ounces is a pretty light paddle. I use a paddle at 9.1 ounces. That is something to be worried about if your paddle is heavy at 6 ounces.
Yeah. No, look, I lost one of my arms in the war. It wasn't great. So I feel like balance might be a bit of an issue as well. Do you think balance is important for pickleball?
Balance is very important for pickleball. I think balance is one of the main things that you need to be a successful pickleball player.
That's very good. And what do you think about speed? I'd like to kind of generally walk around the court. Is that going to be good? I'm more of I'd say a singles specialist, but I don't
Yeah.
don't particularly like running so much anymore. What do you think about that, there, Caden?
I have to say, if you are a single specialist and you're walking around the court, that may bring you some trouble on the court because I guarantee you your opponents are probably either going to be at least jogging, if not sprinting to every ball.
Jogging or sprinting, you say? I remember doing one or two of those things back in, well, it was probably the early 50s. How old were you in the 50s?
I was negative a lot.
Okay. And just out of curiosity, you seem like a young person. That would be right, right?
I am.
Do you
I'm 19 years
do
old.
you wear the skinny jeans, or are you the baggy jean kind of young person?
I'm actually more of a baggy jean type of person. I don't do well in the skinny jeans. I need a little more room for movement.
That's actually great to hear. That would have been a bit of a deal breaker for me.
Yeah, absolutely.
So if I make my way over to San Francisco, do you think you could teach me?
Absolutely.
Brilliant, brilliant. Okay, I've only got 10 to 12,000 Australian dollars. Is that going to be enough to get a couple of lessons, would you say?
Should be more than enough.
Perfect, perfect. Well, I'll book a flight as soon as this whole Corona thing is done, and we will see you soon.
Great. I wish you great health, Simon.
Perfect. All right, I'll get you back over to Morgan. Thank you for your time, Mr. Nemoff.
Thank you very much, Simon. It was a pleasure talking to you.
Well, there you go. Jeez.
Wow, what a guy.
What a guy. Yeah, he does seem
Simon
nice.
guy, I want to meet him already. I'm so excited to teach that guy.
Yeah, no, I mean, I do think based on what he said, the balance is going to be a little issue. But
I think the walking part's going to be the issue.
yeah, maybe skinny singles. Maybe we'll just get him into skinny singles.
Yeah, I mean that may be a good call because the walking
Yeah.
while being a single specialist is going to be interesting to watch.
Yeah, I'll sort of vet him a little more and make sure he's ready to handle. I'm not even sure if he'll make the flight. He's like 94. So
We'll work on it.
yeah, we'll figure it out. Don't you worry. So
Yeah,
are you going to get into singles?
Yeah, I've actually been working on it a little bit more. I don't know. I've always enjoyed it, but I never took it seriously just because I played singles at nationals 2 years ago,
Ooh.
and I played in 4 or 5, and I got silver in it. And I just remember that, like the day after, I was like, my body is killing me. And after that, I was kind of like, you know what? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'll just focus on doubles a little bit more. But I've gone to a couple tournaments, and I haven't signed up for singles. And I always find myself just like standing there, and I'm like, why didn't I sign up for singles?
It's such a different experience. I found like the best moments in singles arguably are better than the best moments in doubles, but the worst moments are just there's no one to pick you up, and you're tired,
Right.
sweaty, disgusting mess, and
Oh,
if there's no one watching you go through this heartbreaking experience, it seems kind of daunting. But
It is. But you know what? I've learned to overcome my fear, and I've actually been working out like crazy during this whole quarantine and stuff like that. So hopefully, I'm hoping I can kind of come out with a little bang in singles. So I actually signed up for it at Newport Beach. So we'll see how
nice.
that goes.
Awesome, cool. Yeah, we're all hopeful that's still going to go forward, but it is kind of surprising.
It is kind of surprising. I honestly would have expected it to cancel by now, but it looks like they're going with it.
Mm. Well, it'll be good to see you. It could be good to see you. A bit of a shame Terry's not going to be there, but we'll take any Nemoff we can get.
Not better than none, right?
Yeah. So I was checking out your Facebook earlier on, not weird or anything, but
No, not weird at all.
but I noticed you just got a tattoo. It looks like it's the Chinese symbol for dry clean only. What was the thought process for that?
Well, I've actually gotten a couple of tattoos as of late. All my tattoos are actually family oriented, so I don't have any tattoos that are just happy faces or
Oh,
anything like that. I notice I have a lot of college friends that will get tattoos when they're just too drunk, but that's not what I try and do. But all of my tattoos are family oriented, like either just like family quotes that have basically been used my entire life to get me on my feet and motivated.
nice. So what does the new one? It looks like the one on your chest looks pretty fresh. What does that one actually mean? I honestly don't think it was dry clean only.
Yeah, it means Lee. It's my mom's last name, my middle name, and actually all of my cousins on my mom's side of the family, we all have the same middle name of Lee.
Oh, okay.
So it's kind of just like a family thing for all of us. And so I think, well, the plan is I got mine early, but the plan is for everyone to get the same tattoo.
Oh, that's nice.
And it's just a matter of time, hopefully, when when everyone does get it. But yes, I got mine early.
Good. All right. Now, so you obviously had a solid performance at nationals. Are any of the partners that you played with at nationals, are they going to be long-term prospects? Do you find that some of the other younger players kind of drop in and out of the sport, or is it there to stay?
I think the whole juniors program is super cool for almost every kid that's starting to find pickleball. I think the biggest thing for me when I first started playing pickleball was going to nationals and seeing the whole juniors thing, just because it's like, wow, I'm not the only teenager who's playing the sport with a crazy name, And so when I saw the juniors playing, I was like, dang, like this is really cool, And then also as a young kid, even when you're not really that good, you get to see the pros and you're just like, wow, I want to be like that. And that's what really drove me to kind of start to taking this game seriously, is just I wanted to get really, really good, because who doesn't want to be the top person in a sport?
Yeah. I mean, and ideally you want to be able to wear shorts like Tyson, right?
I could try and pull it off, but I don't think I could.
So you've known Tyson for quite some time. How did you guys meet?
So actually, funny story is him and my dad got really close, and I think at the Lakes tournament like 2 or 3 years ago. And my dad, he's a love first type of guy.
Yeah.
Always wants to to make people happy, enjoy himself. Always trying to live his best life. And I think one day he saw Tyson go down with a cramp, and dad instincts came right into him, and he went to go help him out and get the pain out of him. And next thing you know, they were as tight as ever. And it's been cool because Tyson's been like a big brother to me. Super funny, super good guy, super giving as well.
Yeah.
And I can't even recall the first time like we actually like really, really met. But the first time I think we like really bonded and hung out was, I want to say 2 years ago. He came and stayed at our house and for like a week, and we just like played pickleball, watched football, hung out. It was a blast. It's definitely a memory I won't forget.
Wow, that's awesome. It seems like a really fun relationship. It's always great to see you all hanging out together at tournaments.
Yeah.
And your dad, he helps a lot. I always watched from the sideline him, helping Tyson, stretching him out. But finally, I got a little attention at nationals, and he fixed me up. It was good.
He knows a lot about the body, which is kind of crazy. I mean, he's one of those guys who doesn't eat dairy, doesn't eat any red meat.
Oh,
I mean, he takes very good care of his body, and it's funny because you know what? That's how he raised me pretty much all my life. And growing up, I kind of hated it. Now I'm extremely thankful for it. I probably wouldn't be where I'm at without him. So
yeah, good stuff. So as one of the younger players in the game and one of the top younger players, what kind of advice would you give to, say, like a 13, 14, 15-year-old kid that is looking at a lot of different sports and might be able to play tennis, might be able to play baseball, football, how would you sell pickleball to that kind of person?
I would say stick with it. I think the biggest thing for me when I first found the sport was that I kind of saw it as a game and I didn't really take it seriously. And so I would play once, twice a week. And, of course I had my other sport, which I found, more fun at the time. But as I got farther and farther into pickleball, I just I felt myself kind of distancing myself from baseball and really starting to focus on pickleball. So for any kids out there that are just starting to play it, stick with it. Like don't give up on it. Start to try and take it more seriously, because there's a pickleball world that is going to accept you no matter what. And it's a ton of fun, and you just got to let it take you on the ride.
Let it take you on the ride. Those are wise words, young man. God, you got a good head on your shoulders and great hair on that good head.
Oh, thank you. You know what? I have to thank my mom for that one. She's got some thick Asian hair, and I was lucky to pick that up.
I was just going to ask, what's your secret, and can I buy some from you?
I can work on getting you some for free, but
Ooh, nice.
I think my secret has got to be you gotta wash it every day, but not with shampoo.
Ooh.
So you wash your hair with shampoo once every other day, but you condition every day so the hair stays soft and silky.
Soft and silky. It's
yeah.
It's honestly been a little while since I've felt soft, silky hair on my head.
Well, you have it on your chin. See, I don't get that because
Oh yeah, that's probably not in the cards for you, is it?
No, not right now. I do this this weird thing where I grow uneven facial hair, so it'll grow on the right side of my face, but decides not to show up on my left side.
Oh, dude, that's rough.
Tragic.
That's rough.
It is.
Are you gonna be okay? You think you'll get through it?
Morgan, it's
Just day by day, right? Just take it day by day.
It's tough, but I'll get through it. I'm strong.
Good man, you are strong. The whole family's strong. On that note, Caden Nemoff, it has been a pleasure. We're going to do this again sometime. What do you reckon?
That sounds great, Morgan.
All right, buddy. Well, I'll see you in Newport.
Great. Sounds good, man.
Good stuff.
I'll catch you later.
All right, take it easy, bud. Cheers.
Peace.
Well, that's all we've got time for. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. This podcast is also brought to you by the next generation of Selkirk paddle, the Vanguard. I'm Morgan Evans, and this has been More or Less Pickleball, powered by Selkirk.
You should be an actor, Morgan.
I am. I'm pretending to be interested in this conversation. That's acting right there. With any luck, they'll edit that out.